We're live. Yay! Clap, clap, clap. Hello, Stream 2. This is Leonis07, ready to rumble with some Game Boy Color game. And I'm going to quickly give the word for my commentator.
Hi, I'm Nivius. I ran P4G early at the marathon.
Yeah, the madman.
Yep. And I'll be commentating this game, which I have seen about like 20 minutes before.
Yeah, it was kind of last minute kind of help, so thank you for being here. I'm not gonna spend too much time speaking too much, so I'm just gonna select the name of the character, so there's no name incentive. There's a reason for that, is because I'm gonna try and get a manipulation done throughout the whole game. If I ever drop it, no worries, I'm gonna still complete the game. It's just gonna take a little bit more of time. So the main character is gonna call Yuhi, and I'm gonna start in 3, 2, 1, go. So basically the game is taking place into the real world. We are in a school, and we are gonna have a specific set of events coming up, which will lead to an interesting plot twist. But so far, Grandia is an RPG game, turn by turn, kinda. You're gonna see that it's gonna be very specific. And like I said, I'm gonna have the need for a manipulation to go through the entire game, hopefully. Which is just coming from the fact that we had some runners in the past tracking that kind of parameter in the game, and that came up with a way to manipulate all what we needed to manipulate. So being abilities, being enemy behaviors, being the creation of some abilities via a specific menu and all that stuff. So basically you need to have a clear game, no save ongoing, and just soft resetting the game, pressing the A button up until you get into the new game. And that's how you actually fall onto the seat that you want. And all the way you have to make specific inputs at specific times to make sure that the manipulation is going off. But it's a very hard one to maintain, so I wouldn't be surprised if I dropped it very early in the run. Though I'm gonna try not to, but wouldn't be strange for that to happen. So here we just retrieved a little bit of money, because money is always a saver in a game, especially in that route, which is very money dependent for a specific menu later on. And we are introduced to the characters so far, which are Yuhi, the one that is speaking now, Mizuki, the girl that is secretly in love with the character, and Shiru, the one who battled with a video game contest and got mad for having lost, who's also in love with the girl character. So that's a nice triangle there. So here I need to make sure to select shore and not the other way around, otherwise the manip is not working, because that left input is actually very important. So here we are looking for the console that our rival just stole from us. We are retrieving it, but somehow we still have to find the guy. And this is a very deserted place, known for maybe inhabiting ghosts, but we're not sure. But something happens, and the plot thickens. So you can also fall through the maps. Falling through the maps goes with a damage penalty. It can also give you a KO if you're on very low health, so you have to be careful with that.
Will it also mess up the manip?
No, at first it wouldn't, but too much damage in a dungeon or in a map could modify a little bit of the manip, yeah. So we are trying to be super powerful through all the maps. So this is a new character, we still don't know her name, but all we know is that we ended up on another world due to that vortex.
Got sucked into that GBA.
Yeah, so basically what happened is like, so that's you get to know it by the end of the game whenever you cleared it for the first time, and it's not going to be showing, but normally from what you can understand is like the vortex sucked you into the video game that you were playing with your rival some minutes ago, and somehow we are on a journey inside that world. So this is the queen of this place, introducing us to two other female characters. On the left side it's Sue, and on the right side it's Fina, who are meant to maintain the peace in the world because they are warriors. And we just get to know that a powerful demon entity is trying to take control of some specific sacred keys in order to use the vortex we just got into to get into our world and to unleash his wrath forever. So just like your usual kind of RPG, you, the hero sucked into another world against his will have to save it. Also for the sake of his friends. Oh, and I think I mentioned it, but this game is a Game Boy Color game. I'm using my Game Boy player on my GameCube to play it. So I'm actually using a Game Boy player disc. You can also find some GBI discs as well. It's better on the graphics, a little better on the lag that can have, but overall it's not making a huge difference for the manip or for anything RNG wise. So if you want to play this game, it's a very short run. Even if you don't know how to do the manip, you can power through the whole game without it, and it's a very nice pace run. So feel free to gear up and take on to the journey.
So speaking of the manip, what exactly does advance the RNG values in this game?
So I personally don't know. I just know that it's related to inputs and enemy sprites moving around.
Okay.
So I'm gonna take more money. I'm gonna do a quick menu to set some settings. There you go.
You gotta turn those animations off to save time.
Exactly. So here I'm running through the city to make my very first steps into the map. So what I'm doing right now, it might seem a little bit like bizarre, but it has a purpose, which didn't work. So whenever you load into a map, if you're pressing A and B while trying to put your joystick control in all over the place, it can trigger the fast texts, not speed up, but scroll down. Like, you only have to just maintain the buttons and it's advancing all the text automatically. And sometimes it's working, sometimes it's not. And for just going through all the text, good news, I'm not mashing any specific button. What I do is like, I'm pressing A and B, and I'm just flickering around the control, and it's actually doing the work. So it's kind of good for those who are like very fussy about maintaining a good wrist and fingers health. So I'm gonna do my first action. So as you can see, it's sort of turn by turn. You have a time, kind of timeline, and it serves to charge up abilities. Okay, I might be on the manip, so that's good. So the closer you are from the action slot, the quicker your attack is gonna be launched. The further you are, the longer it's gonna take. But the drawback is, the closer you can launch your attack, the weaker it will be. And the longer it will take, the more charge up it's gonna be. So we're gonna have to fiddle with that kind of setup to make sure that everything is landing and being effective throughout the whole game. So here, oh, that's not what was gonna happen, but whatever. So I'm taking some bit of damage because I need to reach those chests. It might have already dropped the manip, but whatever. I know how to do that. So whenever you take damage on a map, it triggers a little bit of invisibility frames. So it's also nice to know. Burn. Oh, it's still the right value. So that manip is really useful because out of those 2 files that I just took, I was trying to get a specific drop which is a card. So all the abilities that we are using comes from cards. And the cards that I just dropped were gas shrouds, which are going to be very useful for fusing cards between others later in the game to obtain some specific abilities that I'm going to use throughout the whole run. So here we are, another character is presenting himself to us, which is Justin.
Let's go, Justin!
Let's go, Justin! And he's basically saying that he doesn't know us. He has no idea why he should help us, but somehow the mission is so important that he feels like he is going to participate and make Sue go out for the sake of just joining. So here, we are onto a leaf running through a sand river, and what I just did is using my little pink pet to just create a rope with the B button and to be able to land onto the tree and go on into the map. So here, I'm gonna do a series of input to make sure that everything is falling into pieces. So right, left, right, right. Synthesis, I'm doing that, so 4 inputs to create the cancel sword. There you go. Now, it's gonna be the burn, up, right, up, down, down. It's gonna create burn flare. Nice. Okay. So far, so good. The manip is still alive. Now, I need to be very careful with that screen because a fall down is quickly happening. And I've done that a lot in practice, so might as well. Right, so here, we're just gonna use Burn Flare, the newly acquired abilities, which is just gonna be taking everything out. So that's an AoE fire stuff. Here you go. So the sprites of enemies are always like behaving the same way whenever you enter the screen. And what you want is to spend the least amount of time on that screen for the sprite not to take too much space and messing with the manipulation. So here we're gonna go fight our very first boss of the game, which is a magic tree. And you're gonna see that I'm gonna fiddle with the timeline, kind of turn by turn, to make full use of all the abilities I'm gonna use. So I'm just gonna explain what I'm gonna do. So here the manip is good because the hand is on the right slot, so I'm gonna do the AoE burn with Fina on slot 8, so it's gonna be a full powered Quake. That's fine. Heal. Okay, so Justin is gonna do a burn, which is a single attack, single target on 7, powering. Yui is gonna use the newly acquired cancel sword onto the right hand, onto slot 1. So it's gonna be a very quick, but it's also gonna be triggering something, which is cancelling an action. And the tree is on slot 3, so the manipulation is still ongoing. So cancel sword has that neat effect to just cancel an enemy's turn whenever it's landing. So we also manipulating the appearance of that cancellation. So that's the first boss down. And the manip is still ongoing, so far, so good. I'm proud of myself. Because I had times on practice where I even dropped it in that dungeon because I was falling down too much. Just Grandia things. So if you're also looking forward to joining the Grandia community, we have a Discord with all the Grandia runners from 1 to, I think Grandia 2, 3, maybe? I don't remember how many Grandia games there are, but there are a lot. And we are very welcoming. Always looking out for new blood. Some annual marathons are also taking place, but I don't think it had happened this year because of all the world problems right now, but it should be a thing in the future as long as we have runners for that. So don't hesitate, join in, it's very fun. Pretty much as fun as the personal games.
Except those are a lot longer.
Yeah, sure. I mean, you could run that game for 9 hours. It would be the same. Alright, so we just got Sue back. because Fina got poisoned by the tree on a Death Wish attack. So we're gonna try and find a way to save her by going into the next place. So here, I'm not doing anything, and the text is still going up. So I got the text scrolling. So here, I'm gonna walk through what I call a 2D dungeon, because well, that can happen as well. So that's only a dungeon that facing you from the profile, so that's your daily dose of platforming, I guess. Whoops. And of course, whatever. Try again. So I'm not taking any damage from falling there. I'm just losing time, but it's okay because it's a fast one. So in that dungeon, I'm gonna retrieve 3 chests, which are having 2 cards. I think. No. Money. And 2 cards. Yeah, I was right. Cool. So this is the first card. Water Shot. It's gonna be used for Sue. The second one is gonna be the second card, which I'm gonna take up there. So here you have to know that both teleporters go to the same place, but this one is shorter. The other one is up there. Whoops. So that was the Crackling card for Justin, and this is the 500 gold. Very useful. So normally I should still have the text scrolling ongoing here. Yep. So that's a very neat thing, like you are allowed to just relax a bit, just pressing buttons, it's not too much effort. And it's saving inputs, kinda, because you're not forced to flicker around with the control and losing time because you're not doing it optimally. So here, our companion, the pink companion, just learned a new ability, which is pushing the boulder rocks. Oui, and here's the first fall. Okay. Okay, just being careful. Not sure it's gonna work. So this enemy is supposed to be on slot 2, and I should be able to fleet. Okay.
Nope.
Still good. So here, I'm gonna make sure that I'm not taking extra damage. There you go. Just gonna do the whole way round. Can you go on to that? Thank you. Taking my time, and here we go. Nice. So here, 2 menus. One that does not involve the prism. So I'm just gonna equip and remove stuff from characters. I'm removing those 2. Then I'm gonna equip on Justin this. It's gonna be this one. Crackling first, then Resurrect. So Resurrect is just the life spell. Can be useful. And Sue is gonna have the Water Shot. So all these series of inputs I'm doing are listed, routed, and it's part of the manip. So now I'm entering the prison point. I'm recovering to make sure that I'm full. Right, left, 3 right, 1 left for the synthesis, down, A, left, down, should create all healer, nice. Then it's down for crackling, down, up, 4, down, up, left. A, it should be level, question mark crackling, but it's gonna be level 19. There you go. And that's it. So now I just need to join the boss room. So here, an ability from my character, from my pet character, which just missed. Nice. Pushing buttons from afar. So basically, in that map, the floor is lava, obviously, so you don't have to step on it. So optimally, you would do all those pathing while having the dash functionality on for speed stuff. But I'm just being extra cautious because too much damage, like I said, could modify the enemy behavior in a battle and also the RNG at some point, so might as well be extra cautious.
Yeah, would probably lose you more time in the end if you lost them in the than you would gain from the dash.
Right, so this fight, when the manipulation is in, is pretty much scripted. So I'm gonna queue... Okay. Water shot with Sue on the main boss on 8, full power. Justin is gonna do a crackling, which is the ice AoE on 7. And Yuhi is gonna Cancer Sword the Golem, who didn't take his action still, on 2. So now the Golem is gonna take an action and is gonna be cancelled. Nice. So now I just have to wait for the other twos to do their attack. It's gonna be a combo. It's gonna take out both hands and do major damage onto the main boss. But we still have some turns to spend to actually kill it. So those are the ends. So now I'm gonna do another cancel sword on the first slot, and it's gonna cancel again. There you go. So now Sue is gonna water shot on slot 4. It's gonna be less effective. Yuhi is gonna do a cancel sword on slot 4 as well, because the golem will still have a turn to take. Justin is gonna skip onto slot 6 because he needs to replenish MP, and just going back to the timeline makes the MP being refilled. So here's another cancel. Nice. Now I need crackling on 5. There you go. And Sue's gonna have the winning shot. So water shot on 6. And Yuhi is gonna skip his turn. And now we're just waiting for the killing blow. There you go. That's the second boss done. So technically, that boss didn't get any turn at all because I manipulated the cancellation after effect of my skill. So all is good. So the manip is still on.
Those are the best boss fights where they can't do anything.
Yeah. So basically, the manipulation, marathon-wise, even if I want to be extra cautious, you would like to maintain it until a certain point in the game where you are getting your very last cards of the game. And after that, you can just save and take extra measures and soft resetting to just reset the RNG to 0. So I'm gonna try and maintain it as much as I can. And if I see that I'm dropping it, I'm gonna be extra cautious with some strats. So here we encounter 2 new characters which are not gonna join the party. At least not yet for one of them. Alma, which was the green character, was here for healing Fina, the other green character that got sick due to the tree fight earlier. So that was taken care of. So we're gonna pursue our quest for retrieving sacred keys in order for the demon for not respawning. So we're gonna go to the Sky Isle, trying to trigger the scroll up. And I didn't get it, so I'm gonna have to do it manually. So meanwhile, it's happening, so just reminding that we are raising funds for the Save the Children Foundation. So every bit of donation, every bit of subscription and all that stuff is very welcome. We do have a whole marathon incentive at 150k for shaving Edenal's head again. And
again, yes.
Yeah, and there's also plenty of incentives on stream 2 and on stream 1 to be met, so please make that even more awesome than it is right now. So feel free to be as generous as can be. And don't fall like I do. So here I'm retrieving a talisman, which is actually a piece of equipment I'm not gonna equip like until very late in the game. I'm gonna retrieve some more money. There you go. 300 gold. And here I'm gonna do a very funny pathing. I'm using cannons to just blow me away through the path. And obviously I'm not taking damage because magic.
Yo, we Super Mario 64 now.
Yeah. Are we getting a star? No. But we're getting a new character soon. So this is Milda, one of the characters that are just gonna stick throughout the whole game. And as you can see, there's a little red fruit down there. I'm gonna take it because my pink companion needs it. There you go. Ah, trigger. There you go. So now we're gonna be able to push boulders. So here, just
Strength
making sure.
acquired.
Yep. So here, very important to select yes and not no, because that A input is counting to the manipulation and it would just make everything dysfunction. So in the community, this cutscene is called the best cutscene because it's the only one you will get to see during the run. So here, the pathing is very specific. Switch. There you go. The first boulders, so as you can see, our little pink companion is doing all the work for us. So now we are Pokemon kind of boulder pushing. Just like the Victory Road for the connoisseurs.
Except you have to reactivate your strength every time you want to push a button.
Yeah, and you also have to avoid what I just did. So thankfully the two boulders that were already on the Switch didn't get resetted. So that's good. I'm just taking an extra jump for making sure that I'm just not doing what I did. This, okay. So this dungeon is a bit tricky because there's a lot of falling parts that can happen. I'm just being extra cautious. Okay. Here, I'm gonna push a boulder to reveal a secret stair. To retrieve this. And... Woo. Okay, so entering the prism, recovering, doing 5 inputs on the right. 2, 3, 4, 5. Part of the manipulation. So, skipping with Sue, crackling full speed with Justin, taking all 3 outs. That's very important because otherwise that card that just dropped wouldn't drop. The switch. So here the trick is to find the right spot because there's a fan pushing us down. So now I need to do the menu. So while I'm doing the menu, we could probably read the donation that just came in.
Burkus donated $32. Bonjour Leo. What can I do for you? Super proud of you for getting this run into a marathon less than 3. Have fun and try not to fall asleep during the FFX2 Chapter 4 section. You're doing great. Talk to you soon.
That's quite generous. Thank you very much. Right, so this menu was to put Milda on the party with 1 skill. That's going to be modified very soon. Now, Prism Point. Right, left, right. Synthesis. Up. A. Left. Up. A. Not getting this one, but this one for the sake of manipulation. Now it's right, down, A, right, up. It's going to create cyber attack. Yes. Okay. Still good. Alright, so now using the fan to blow us to that part. I'm gonna have to be very careful because some enemies are around and I'm falling way too much to my own taste, but whatever. This screen is very specific. You have to hold down and left for going through that part because the enemy that was waiting in the middle is slightly more down than you would think, and it would trigger the encounter still. Getting the 500 gold. Alright, so I'm gonna go for it. I think the manip is still ongoing, so I'm gonna go for it. And if I just realize that it's not the right way, I'm just gonna have to mitigate it. I have the healing spell, so slot 3, then slot 3, then slot 8. Yes, okay, it's still on. Whew. So Justin is gonna skip on 1 because replenishing the MP. Poisoned. Fine. That's scripted. So cyber attack on 8. So cyber attack has a double effect. It does damage and it decreases the defense stat, which is very useful for us to do massive damage in a very short amount of time. So cancelling sword on 4 just before the wyvern to cancel the turn. There you go. So Justin is still gonna skip because he's still not at the right MP cost for crackling, but we need to lower the stat first. Yui is gonna skip as well because we don't need any actions from now on from his part, because we're gonna evade that attack. This is not gonna do much. Another cyber attack on slot 6 for more stat decreasing. So this is gonna be an AoE, still good. And now we're gonna do burn, the single attack on the Wyvern on slot 6 for making sure we're using the full-on attack. And Yui skip. And that should be the fight. There you go, and it's gonna kill the Wyvern. There you go. Feels good to have the Manip on. So usually in my practice I was dropping it here because I was falling way too much inside the dungeon. And thankfully I have a healing spell, an AoE healing spell, all healer. And you're just meant to spam that and just let the RNG do the work. Right, so we are still like in a bit of text scrolling. As I said, you could do with the directional pad here, but you could also do with the joystick. It's preference. I mean, it's just for the noise of it. So surprisingly, our cell phone is working into this new world, and we can still reach the other characters. So. Right, so back with the party, we're gonna go to the Tranquil Sea. And here's gonna be very interesting because I have a lot of menu to do. And this is where I'm gonna have my first character death, but it's intended. So, first. A. Down. So I'm getting rid out of those two. Up, up. Right. A, up. There. 1, 2, 3. Down, down. Right, so all these inputs will lead me to 2 fights back to back with a very neat outcome. So I'm gonna kill everything without taking too much damage. So burn flare on 2 and skip on 1. So that takes care of those 2. There you go. Crybaby going to its master. Then we have this fight. So here we have the right way. Okay, so Fina. Burn flare 5. Okay, that shouldn't have happened because I took too much damage. Yay for me. Cancel sword. Probably on this one. Seems like the right choice. Right, so basically I was already planning. Oh, okay. That's good. Well, not sure. I mean, I was always decided to take already the backup method for a boss, so that means I'm gonna drop the manip soon, because now I'm not sure that dying that fast is gonna affect the manipulation, so I don't want to take any risks. So I'm just gonna resort to the backup option, and thankfully, even if the manipulation is good for the battles, it's not gonna affect any kind of card creation, any kind of RNG pattern. It's just gonna be a little bit more of fiddling within the battles to just make sure that everything is going fine. Because normally I wasn't supposed to die there with one of the characters, and another character is supposed to die pretty soon due to fall damage as well, so... I mean, I could try and see if the manip is still ongoing, but is it worth it though? Well,
question.
definitely no. Right, so that little boat has a very tricky option to go either slow or fast. All depends on whenever you were dashing or not, whenever you took it. So if you were to take it like on the very slow kind of way, you would go very slow. There you go. That's the next place to go. So here. I used to fall into that one. Stay hydrated, folks. Next ability is to jump over with our pink companion, Pinky, from her name. So here you have two options, doing it blind or be like me and be a casual. Okay. No, that's not what I wanted. Here. Tuk, tuk. Right, so it's kind of platforming, but not too much. And here you really have to press the down input to be able to walk as fast as you can and as early as possible, because the encounter going that way can grab you real fast, real quick, and it can just mess up the whole route. So here we are retrieving our two fellow companions from the real world, and somehow our pink companion is having a fight with our secret lover. So maybe there's something to it. Here. So, recover. I'm still gonna do the manip, but I don't know if it's worth it, but still. Left A, down A, left A to go back here. There. Oh, really? Wow. There you go. Yeah, I'm not gonna risk it. So I'm gonna take the save here. And sorry for all the Grandia experts that are in the chat right now. But I'm gonna do the backup strat and make sure that I'm not just taking any undesired risks. Because the fight that is coming up has a chance of the boss using a confusing attack. And if it's not landing on the right character, it's objectively game over. So I don't want to do that. Right, so thanks to that, it's gonna be this one. So skip on 4. There you go. It's gonna be cyber attack on the main boss on 8. Okay, now I need to do a cancel sword onto the second ninja here on 1. And it's gonna cancel it. Nice. Fina is gonna do the burn flare on 8, and it's gonna take everything and everyone out. So here I'm lucky, didn't use any confusing attack. So that heal is for naught. Cancel sword on the main boss, but I'm not gonna do it on 1, but probably on 2. For more damage for the combo. It's not gonna do anything specific, but it's gonna create a better card and more damage. There you go, and I'm just short 1 attack. Normally 112. 4 short. Cancel sword on 2 because I don't have any choice. Resurrect. Okay, but I'm gonna kill her, so it's fine, I guess. Oh, I still need to kill that one. Okay. Whatever. I mean, it's... I need AP for that. So, 44. 3 should do. And if nothing goes according to plan, it's gonna be that. There you go. So that's the next boss down. Yay! So basically this boss is a doppelganger of that one we just encountered earlier, and is revealed to be Justin Mother. Known for being a kind of a warrior, a mistress of close combat. So we know why Justin is so powerful now. Alright, so this is gonna be another instance of soft resetting after saving, because I'm gonna need a certain card to appear somewhere. So hopefully it's gonna work. So normally if you were on the manip, the card you are looking for is X-Break. It's an AoE physical attack. But due to me resetting, I might not get X-Break but Dark Smasher, which is basically the same, but having another animation and another card looking sprite. So here I'm gonna go to the card shop, which is here, up. I'm gonna take a save right there. Here. Soft reset, maintaining A at all costs throughout all the screens to make sure that the RNG is not advancing too much too soon. There you go. I'm gonna talk to that girl, which requires 1,000 gold per card. That's why I have 3,000 to get 3 cards. Random shot, Dark Smasher. There you go. And another random shot. Double shot. And no. Okay. So basically Dark Smasher is gonna be my powerhouse move for the rest of the game with Cyber Attack. And we are going on to our intermission episode, I would say. It's like the mid-game. So you have to know your path, not like I do. There you go, because there's a lot of pathing to do. So this is the Tower of White. And this is where the portal to our world is kept sealed. So we are retrieving the keys to maybe open it. Right, so here I'm gonna do a more Victory Road Pokemon thing. Pushing boulders. Never skip an arm day. To activate all 4 switches. And I might have screwed up. Did I? I did. Okay, I know where I messed up. I wasn't supposed to push that one up, but that one down. Typically me.
This would be a lot less punishing if you didn't have to activate strength every time you want to push the block.
Yeah. Yeah, because this time just pressing B is not enough. So I just have to push B every time. I cannot maintain it. There you go. And the last border. There you go. Making sure that I'm not encountering any encounter. And there you go. So this is a very like sort of sequence break, I would say, because nothing's happening, only plot advancing. So here we are supposedly saying goodbye to our alternate world friends, because we are supposed to rejoin our world.
But it would be too easy if that worked.
That would be too easy. And the Pinky character is also coming up. Who knows why? I don't know. And once again, that one is gonna pick up a fight. So for some reason, Pinky, our companion, is having a little bit of a beef with Mizuki that we know. So I wonder what's happening. And please no spoiler in chat. Otherwise it wouldn't be as fun. So here, Mizuki is just falling down. She's a bit, like, tired because the dimensional warping, the adventure onto the Tranquil Sea, all the enemies they encounter on the way. A bit too much for her. So she's gonna take a little while to join us at the top of the tower. There you go. So the estimate here for Grandia Parallel Trippers is kind of generous on my end because I know how the RNG can be stacked against you whenever you drop the manip. But it's also very safe, so I would say that it should be in the nice timing of things if I'm looking at the timer right. So my PB is like roughly a quarter of an hour faster because my run was aligning potentially all the manip up until the last third of the game. And here I had to drop it earlier, so I'm just expecting to get a little bit more time to just proceed through all the fights that I'm needed to go through. And thankfully there's nothing related to FPS due for the manips. Which can be very tricky for runners that are running a game which is very dependent on frames and stuff.
Yep.
Alright, so something happened. So Mizuki revealed to have other intentions towards this world and was harnessing a power that resonated with our character to open a door to the vortex in order to allow a demon to come back to this world and to gradually gain powers to go back to their world. So now it's thickening the plot, and we will have to retrieve more sacred items in order to prevent the evil to stand on the top. So it's another sequence of texts. If I had the fast text scrolling, that would be just piece of cake. Right, so we're gonna try and retrieve all what we need to prevent the evil to reign supreme. So we're going back to the volcano. Gadwin here, that we meet again, is telling us that something's happening, so we might investigate. So first, I'm gonna do a bit of a menu here. It's gonna take a little while, because I'm gonna power up a card. So, right, cyber attack, and I'm gonna have to power it through card fusing. This one, 22. This one, 38. So I need this card to be level 50 to be fully effective. Hunting Claw. So I'm not looking at my notes because my notes would be with manipulation with specific inputs. Sky Cut. Can take it. Buckler, 44. Crash, 46. It's coming along. It's taking a bit of time, a little bit more time than if we had to do it like with the minute. 48. 2 more. Normally, strike should do. Yep. Okay, level 50. So that's it. Right. So now, oh, I was supposed to be here. So left, village, teleport. So just in case I'm gonna recover, because I'm not supposed to recover because the fight with the manip is supposed to just go smoothly. I'm gonna take safety saving just for the extra measure. And we go to the boss, which is another screen down there.
So what exactly was the benefit here of getting that attack to level 50?
So cyber attack is the defense lowering abilities. So at fully charge, it takes like 30 defense stats off. And with the level 50, it's gonna go up to minus 46, 48. So it's even more stats down, so more damage to do in one go instead of taking multiple turns. So I'm gonna do as if I was on manip. So cyber attack on here. Cancer sword. Need to be cautious. She has protect. But I'm just gonna use it on Yuhi just in case. Because he's a little bit weaker than the other two. So just some extra measures. So 48 stats down. So I just cancelled the boss turn, so that's great. Wasn't intended, but all good thing comes to an end. And crackling on full power should be the trick. But, as I said, we might just cancel that boss turn, so hopefully 4 does the trick. And because we are just that sneaky, we're gonna do even more attacks. And that should be the boss down very soon. So that's a triple card combo. So the logic would say is that you're doing more damage. But you can see someone doing 1 HP, but that's it. That was the boss. So that was the very funny thing, like during the combo, so Yuhi... Oop. That's not what I wanted to do. Now I'm going to Ghostland. Is that right? Yes, that's right. So yeah, within the combo, what was funny is like Yuhi was the first one to go first. Within the combo, he just did 1 HP. So that's to say how weak he is right now compared to the other two. So this space is a bit long to process because there are many things to do. And noticeably a quiz. We're gonna take a quiz to retrieve an item, which is a very powerful one. So here, there you go. Well, that was not the right screen. Obviously, I did that. Okay, so I'm gonna take the quiz. So it's a quiz about questions from the game over characters, maps, and stuff. But I have all the answers, so that's good. So the first one is correct. The second one is also correct. The next one is wrong. Next one, correct. Then it's wrong. Then it's correct. If I'm not talking to the guy twice in a row, correct. Then it's a double wrong. And it's finishing with a correct one. And now we're getting the Satan Ring, which is a very powerful item. So this guy is just noping out. Yeah, you did the quiz once, I'm not doing it again. Now it's all about equipping stuff. Yeah. Yeah, I guess. I wonder even why I'm looking at the notes, because I'm not doing the manip anymore. I just need to know what it is to do. So it's equipping Satan Ring and Talisman on Gadwin. There you go. Now it's all about putting him into the party. So we are replacing the empty slot with Gadwin. Now I'm gonna take the same path. I'm skipping a cutscene, that is the screen up there. And I'm going into there. So bottom left first. To open those doors. So normally a Dark Smasher on 2 should take out those guys. There you go. Switch. Going back. Bottom right. Going back in. Another fight. This one is gonna require a Dark Smasher on 3. Okay. The enemy is gonna do a Boom Pow, which is just a stat increase. And some damage as well. And there you go. That's the enemy down. We get the Boom Pow card, which would be quite powerful at some point, but we're not using it. And now we're just going... yeah. We're just going there, skipping the cutscene still. And going here. pushing this crate because secret stairs here. Dark Smasher on 3. Skip. Should take out everyone. Not everyone. Okay. Cancel sword. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. So I have a feeling that... Yeah, okay. So as you can see, whenever you're in low health, the screen starts to glow orange. And if you're very critical with everyone, it starts to turn red. And whenever you're healing, it's just going back to normal colors. That's a nice graphic feature. Yeah, I don't need to do that first. Right, so here we are just encountering a soul. Green soul. And somehow it's the soul of a friend of Sue, so something's going on. Right, so apparently those two guys have the ability to just knock the soul out of the body of that guy, of Justin. But somehow we can also retrieve it just by concentrating, breathing, and just thinking that the soul is coming back to the body.
If it works, it works.
Yeah. Could it be a Teddy thing is still? Right, so we're going back there. We are retrieving a purse that someone left out. Switch fruit to be able to smash things now.
Is it gonna rock smash?
Basically, yeah. No, that's the wrong screen. I need to go there. And all the way here. So I'm gonna push that grave because magic charm. I'm gonna recover. I'm gonna safety save just in case. And I don't think I have a menu to do. Nah, I don't. So that's good. So here, the green soul is saying that, I'm feeling my body somewhere. So we're gonna smash that rock. And we're gonna retrieve the body. There you go. And you do the acquaintance of rap. So, is that kind of character able to rap? I don't know, but...
I get the feeling we'll never find out.
Yeah. I mean, one of the things as well is because it's a Game Boy game, there's no voice acting. So,
Yeah.
we never know what the character sounds like. Yep. Right. So a boss fight is gonna happen. So basically the strategy is to lower the stats of both bosses and just massively do something to do. So Dark Smasher on normally on 1, but I'm gonna do on 4 to do extra damage. Cyber Attack on this one on 6. And Yuhi is gonna try to cancel sword this one on 3. Worked. That's nice. Okay. Dark Smasher on 4 this time. Life Drain, okay, that's fine. Cancel sword on this one on 4. Not the way I wanted it. So now I'm depleting the stats of this one on 6. There you go, cancel sword. Oh, Gas Trial, that's one of the cards we dropped like very early in the game.
Nope.
That's funny. Dark Smasher on, let's say, 7. Should do. Cancel sword on this one on 1. Hoping that it's canceling it. Nice. Okay. Okay, that's one down. And normally should be left much of the other one, so I'm gonna do 5. Which should be fine. I'm gonna do a whole healer for good measure because we don't know what this boss has in store. Should be down. Nah, still not. But Dark Smasher at 1. Great. And still not dead. Alright. How much HP? 169. That's still a lot. Guess I'm gonna do that. Yeah, 6 more. Slash. Just for the combo, I guess? Yeah? Okay. Yay! And we got the card Humble, which is literally what I am right now doing the run against all odds, but there you go. So we have 2 words left before the final boss, which is looking fine. Right, so we are within another kind of sequence break, so might as well just remind everyone in chat and on site that here at ESA Summer we are raising funds for Save the Children, so any donation, any subscription, any kind of contribution is very welcome and going towards all kinds of incentives for all the games that are to come, and also for a very specific extra incentive which is meant for $150K, which is shaving Edenal's head once more on another ESA Summer. So please don't restrain yourself of being generous. Contribute to make this even more fun and even more awesome than it is already. So have at thee and just spread the good vibes everywhere. So here, we get to know that Mizuki is not acting like Mizuki, the girl. So probably that she has a bit of Gulgun, the evil, soul in her, which is modifying her behavior. Still not suspecting that the little companion next to him is actually the real Mizuki. But that he doesn't know yet.
But we do now.
We do now. Alright, rock smashing. So here we are in the snow world, and obviously we are here for a very reason, is to pick up a pickaxe. Why do we do that? Because even if we aren't supposed to know, to progress to this world, we are gonna have to use this pickaxe to rebuild a cart, a go-kart, in order to go onto an ice patch. A very icy patch, so for the community it's considered the best game in this game because it's the only one happening. So here we're gonna pickaxe sled part, and we're gonna talk to this snowman who's actually looking for those parts. Gonna repair it. And he's gonna ask the famous question, right now, bros. Best snowman in the game. Alright, so this is a very chill part, like, you just have to roll out. And some snow rabbits are throwing stuff at you, and some penguins can just go out of their ways. And go! Yay!
We did it!
We did it, Reddit! So here are 2 characters that we could have in our party at some point, but since we're not doing the all-character run, we're not gonna recruit them. And it's also would be slow to get them. So now I think, time-wise, the main, like, let's say the main reason dropping the manipulation and going with the safety strats now is good is because I'm not gonna have to be very specific with the menuing, so I just need to know what I need to do it fast and just to proceed with the story. So triggering that one because it's going to create an ice block somewhere that is essential for me to go throughout the place. So here I'm not taking too much time to connect to the other slide part. Here going out, going above to take the stairs. Here, here, here. Encounter, so that's Dog Smasher on 2. Oh, okay. How many HP? Oh, 89. That's interesting. Well, might as well. Ooh, 18. So that's one of the... Yeah. That's one of the drawbacks of inputting stuff into the slot one, because it's very low power. But oh well. So here taking damage. So meanwhile we are progressing throughout this dungeon. Maybe we have some donations to be read.
Nevflin donated $5. This run's looking grand, yeah.
I see what you did there. Nice one. Thank you very much. So this one I'm gonna try and do a very cool trick. Is like I'm gonna catch the elevator. And it's a very specific one. Yeah, so I'm not gonna do it again. So I'm just gonna wait for the elevator to come back. It pushes me... Ah! There you go. So in a legit PB run, this screen is probably the run killer. Or the manip killer. Because if you let the enemy on screen that you can see act too long and for too much inputs, it could just ruin your step count and the RNG. So here I don't enter it because I need to remove all healer from Yui. Is gonna be even more useless now with just the cancel sword. Okay, now I need to remove Dark Smasher from Gadwin. Go. Now I need to give Dog Smasher to Milda. She's gonna be the powerhouse. There you go. Now I need to give all healer to Fina. There you go. No, that's a magic. There you go. Right, now I need to remove stuff. So, equipment. I need to remove stuff from Gadwin. There you go. I need to give to Milda what we just unequipped from Gadwin, which is the Talisman and the Satan Ring. There you go. Now we need to equip Fina with stuff that we got. So, we have the Magic Charm from the Grave Pushing, and the Light Rod we just got from the last treasure chest of the game. There you go. And now we need to switch characters, so I'm gonna switch Gadwin for Fina. Oops. There you go. Now I'm gonna use the Prism to recover. I'm gonna take a safety save. Because the oncoming boss is pretty powerful. Like, it's really increasing the difficulty of the boss fights now. Because he can do deadly stuff, but thankfully we also have deadly attacks, so we might as well. Okay, so cyber attack. Full on. Alright, so Fina is gonna be protecting Milda from any kind of weapon action, and Yui is gonna try and cancel sword the best he can the main boss, which is not guaranteed, but might as well try. Oh, combo. Okay. Well, it's not guaranteed to cancel anything, but worth the try. Oh, cancel. Nice. Okay. No, I'm still gonna all healer, just to make sure that everyone is up to date. Nice. Okay, I'm gonna do a Cancer Sword on this hand because it's the only one available. So if I'm trying to cancel a turn from an enemy which is bound to take his turn, it's not gonna work. I'm gonna put that to 7, which should be enough. Okay. And Fina is gonna... Crackling. Nah, Burn Flare. Is it? No, it's Crackling. Okay, I was right. I should just trust myself. Jeez. On to 7. Should be powered enough. Okay, so that's 42 stats more down. I'm gonna add an extra Cancel Sword just before for a combo, and it should deal a good amount of damage, if not... Wait, yeah, 2k damage, 2 points, wow. So that's how powerful now Cyber Attack it is to just decrease all the defense. And it's gonna be the main strat for the main boss, like to reduce his stats so the defense is just that low. We are gonna deal like even more than 10k damage, I think. So here we have the plot finally falling into pieces. So we know now that Mizuki is inhabited by Gulgan, and somehow Pinky is having an effect on Mizuki's body. Alright, so incoming the very last world with the final 2 bosses. And time-wise, it's looking just fine. The soundtrack is very, like, too light for being serious. Like, the world is in danger, and we just have this light kind of music. I mean, it's kind of a breather, but one would think that you would have some dark notes. Alright. Everyone of importance is in our party, and we are going to the Mechanic Empire, or the Machine Empire, which is inhabited by the very last 2 bosses. Just for good measure, I'm gonna recover. No need to save right now. So I'm gonna retrieve some items throughout the dungeons, which are important. So here I'm gonna have... So little puzzle, you have to step on them in a specific order, so you just have to count the number of stuff that is on every switch from 1 to 6. Here we are down, down. So here you don't have to use the specific pinky power, you just have to press A to trigger the rope. Here, very specific because the enemies are everywhere, so you need to do a sharp turn. The switch to remove those. Activate the switch here, teleport, and we are back to the entrance. So now we're gonna go to the left part. I'm gonna try and do a juke. There you go. This one is very tricky to do because the enemy is just that unpredictable. Here I'm going to retrieve this, which is the pan of 4 right. So you can assume that there's going to be a pan of 4 left. Here,
Boom.
juking. There you go.
But what happened to panel 1, 2, and 3?
Oh, they're gonna happen soon. TM.
Soon.
There you go. That's a fight to take. So this one I need full power stuff, so it's gonna be Dark Smasher on 7. And for good measure, it's gonna be a Burn Flare on 8. And I'm gonna try and sneak a Cancel Sword on this guy on 3. Good call. There you go. Okay. There you go. So I don't need to activate the switch that was down there. No. Wrong. Yes, I need those. So this is panel 5 and 2. No need to recover just now. So here's the panel 4 left. And there you go. Here's the panel 3. Whoops. There you go. This is panel 6 and 1. There you go. Now I go to the prism. So activating it makes me able to teleport there. So I'm just gonna recover, warp to the start, because I need now to fuse the panel number 4. So I'm talking to this guy. So this is making a full panel 4. So now we go back outside, taking the prism, because we need now to teleport back to the tower, 2nd floor. So now we're going to activate all those and sticking to what we need. So we need a bit of math. So to do 7, we have 2 options, 2 and 5, 1 and 6. Problem is, the panel 2 and the panel 5 will serve for another combination. So here is going to be panel 2 and panel 3. No, I don't need to retake that. Panel 3. And now you can assume that the last panel will be 9, 4 and 5. Dark Smasher, this one is going to be full on. And crackling. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to do that fight. I'm going to go back to recover. The monster is still going to be gone, because I didn't exit the place just yet. And after this screen is going to be the second to last boss. Yeah, I was right to do that, because they're very resistant, very tanky. Ah, super tanky then. How much HP left? 51? That's a 3. And that's a Dark Smasher on 4, just in case. Nice cancel. Planned! There you go. So, before going there, so I'm just gonna recover real quick. Normally it shouldn't have respawned the monster. If it did, then I'm just dummy dum dum. No, yep. Let's go. So meanwhile, might be a donation to be read just before the fun started.
Al Cowrie, Jad, super player, donated $5. Leonis, you are the best. Need to rest, so I am watching you from my room, but GL on the end of the run. Rocket Man.
Yeah, thank you very much. So this is the second to last boss. So this is Mizuki, and she's gonna summon, well, not Mizuki, but Gulgan is gonna summon the serpent. So this is where the fun can start, because the serpent has 3 parts, well, not 3 parts, but 3 independent parts. So we need to be very careful. So I'm gonna do a full-on cyber attack. I'm gonna skip, maybe? No, protect. I'm gonna protect Milda on 3. I guess that's the main attacker. And Cancer Sorting the boss, yeah, on 3. Haha, didn't work. Okay, Safina's dead, so I was supposed to protect with her. So now it's gonna be very tricky. Cancer Sword on... this one maybe? Nah, it didn't work. I still have A meat shield. Cyber attack again on 7. Normally it should be on 6, but I don't want to take any risks with Milda being damaged. She has the protect, so she's not taking any weapon attack. Okay, evaded. Okay. So now it's gonna be Dark Smasher on 6. Okay, so the boss is still after me. Oof. So I just realized that I didn't safety save before the boss. I might as well now. Well, I'm gonna... So there's the prism just after. So I'm gonna take the advantage of that one. So I'm gonna use my last 2 panels. I'm gonna go up there. I'm gonna take the prism. Definitely recovering. Definitely saving. And I'm actually gonna soft reset, because this time a soft reset is gonna be triggering a backup fight that I have notes for, and that's what I want because I also want to go fast, so might as well. So normally if I follow my notes correctly, it shouldn't take more than 4 to 5 turns, which in terms of time should be plenty. So we're encountering Rap again because that guy is just a no-brain guy who decided to take the defense of Mizuki because she is a girl, and obviously you don't hit on a girl, you don't create problem for a girl, but he's gullible enough to not see that a demon was controlling her, so he has been controlled by the demon. He's just realizing it now, like, oh no, I'm very dumb, I couldn't see it. So he can't rap, but he can goof up, which itself is quite the prowess.
Can't rap, can't think.
Yeah. I mean, probably the loss of his soul had something in store. Right, so this is the very final fight. The time is going to be called whenever the whiteout is going to happen. So here is going to be cyber attack on Gulgan 8. Trying to go fast. Fina is gonna protect Milda again on 1. So that should be good. Yuhi is gonna try and cancel sword something, but he's supposed to die. He's dying. Nice. So now it's just all the girls around. So now Fina is gonna protect herself on 2. So now everyone is protected against weapon attacks. So whatever happens, they are not going to be affected by any kind of weapon attacks. So now it's going to be another cyber attack on Gurgen on 6, but I'm going to do it on 7, but I can't, so it's going to be on 8. So it's going to be even more effective. Fina is going to do a whole healer on 3 to make sure that everyone is at full health. So we are not being caught by the RNG, because they can do tons of damage. This isn't a whole healer, so that's good. Cyber attack. So now we should be able to do crackling on 8. So hopefully it's gonna go up until there. Whole healer. Right, so... Okay. It's gonna be a Dark Smasher on 8, and it should be okay. Nah. Okay, so someone is confused. That's one of the hands. That's peculiar. Okay, I'm gonna do another cyber attack, maybe? On 6. Oh, they healed me. Okay. Okay, so normally next turn the boss should be done. Oh, evasion. Good going, good going, good going. Oh, the hand is still confused, so still healing me. Nice. 6. Okay. Please be the last. Yes! Whew. And time! Woo! 124 flats! Yes! Ah! It was worth spending 24 hours to practice to make sure that all the backups could work. Right, so that was a roller coaster. Like, I wasn't sure that that fight would go as planned, but kind of was. So that was fun, very fun. So thank you everyone in chat for having followed the whole run. Thank you for all the people who donated. Thank you, Nev, for the last minute commentary, because I was supposed to be alone. He was there for emotional support, so I can't thank him enough for that. Thank you for the public just behind for the support. That was very great of you guys. And yeah, so continue to support ESA Marathon. Keep the donations in, keep the incentives being met, and be generous to one another and save the children. So if you have anything to say, or not.
Great run.
Thank
well
you.
done.
Right, and if you want to join the community, we have a Discord for Grandia. If you want to follow what I do specifically, I have a channel with is Leonis07, just simply, and you can find me on the social media as well. So if you want to contact me, I'm very open, very welcoming, so feel free to do that. So without further ado, we have a run just after us, so we're not going to spend more time. So thank you again. Thank you, ESA Marathon, for having me, and until next time. Ciao!